Okay, take care. For Payal Mataji, what is the time?
3 o'clock, Prabhuji.
3 o'clock morning? Afternoon?
Afternoon.
Okay, you are ahead of time. Okay. And for you, Arihan?
I am also 10:05
10:05. Oh, night.
in the night. Yeah.
Okay. So me and Shisha are in the same place. Okay. We started off like this, and then we will let other people join. My audio is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is a new system compared to last system. Okay, this chapter, third chapter of the Bhagavatam, is most important shloka in this chapter is that who will tell, which is the most important shloka of this chapter. It makes ISKCON completely different from all, even Vaishnavas. What are the most important shloka? Shisha, which is the most important in this chapter? Okay, Shisha is out.
Ete chamsha kalla pumsa.
Hey, this is yes. Who is speaking? I can't distinguish the voice.
Payal Mataji.
Okay, yes. This shloka is extremely important. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you go, there is a elaborate explanation of this shloka given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and he explains the meaning that even other Vaishnava Sampradayas have not understood. And he takes a lot of time explaining how to appreciate the shloka. If you can read Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will find this shloka. When the chapter is there, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He quotes this shloka, and he says that how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In fact, in that chapter, there are very few quotations about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance. Whole chapter he says how chapter he talks about how Krishna is the Supreme Personality, and at the end of it, chapter he says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna only. Very simple. Very simple. Anyway, you see in Balaram also, you see Nityananda, you will not find a single quotation in the chapter on Nityananda and Balaram. No. Whole chapter it talks about Balaram is the origin of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, and prayers of Brahma to Balaram, everything he talks about, and finally he says Nityananda is Balaram only. So anyway, so this shloka has been quoted at many places, and it's a central, our whole Krishna consciousness, a very central shloka. Even though, because Krishna, even though he comes to this world, he's avatar. Prabhupada explains the purport there. Avatar means he descends. So even though Krishna comes to this world, he descends. Then also, because the role in this world of managing this world has been given to Garbhodakshay Vishnu inside this universe and Shirodakshay Vishnu. These two are inside this universe. So they are managing the universe. So Krishna doesn't interfere. But whenever incarnation comes, generally it comes through that. So just like Varaha, we know that was born through Brahma, but still Varaha doesn't become incarnation from Brahma. Varaha is independent. Or Krishna born through Vasudeva Devaki. It doesn't mean that now he's taking birth with them. No, he's independent. A similar way, even though he descends, it looks as if he's another incarnation. Therefore, general other Vaishnava Sampradayas list Krishna as one of the Dashavatara. Okay? But the real fact is Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam. This is a principle, very beautiful point. And then another shloka, we had 3 shlokas to remember. Who has remembered? Payal Mataji said she has remembered.
Yes, Prabhu.
Which any one of the ones which you can remember now?
40.
Any one of them, yeah, you can check.
I will start with this Ete chamsha kala pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indriyari Vyakulam Lokam Hridayanti Yuge Yuge.
Yes.
Second is this one, if I forget, just please add to it.
Yeah,
Idam.
Shisha, you're correct. If any mistake, huh?
Yeah.
Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samitam.
Yes.
Then it's Puranam Brahma Samitam. Uttam Shalok Charitam. and then it's Chakara Bhagavan Rishihi
उत्तमश्लोक चरितम्
Chakarah Bhagavan Rishihi Nishriyasya Lokasya Dhyanam Swasti Ainam Mahat.
This is a little difficult. 6-line shloka.
Yes.
This is actually this Srimad Bhagavatam, the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by Srila Vyasa, the incarnation of God. It is meant for the ultimate good for all people, and it is all successful, all blissful, all. And we are so fortunate, how much Prabhupada knew this. In fact, it is said that this book will create a revolution in Kali Yuga. Okay? Krishna Sudham Upagate, that will come, the shloka will also come. So in this, what we will do, but I'll just, these 3 important shlokas, I will take some important points for the purport here. Okay? Okay? And we will discuss that, and then whoever read the book, any questions you can ask me. Okay? And any points over there. There was this thing, Prabhupada says this Bhagavatam is so special because it has histories of great devotees who are in direct contact with the personality of God. Ritu Mataji, am I audible? Am I audible? Okay.
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu.
Aryan, is it audio clear?
Yes, yes, bro. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
The Lord
yes.
Lord Chaitanya's private secretary, Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami, advised all intending visitors who come to see the Lord at Puri to make the study of Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavata Paragiya, Bhagavata Thane. We should hear Bhagavatam from devotee Bhagavatam. One can derive
Yes,
from
Prabhu,
the
you are audible.
I'm audible now? Clear? One can derive the study of Bhagavatam, all benefits that are possible derived from personal presence of the Lord. This is so unique. One can derive from the study of Bhagavatam all benefits that are possible to be derived from the personal presence. When you read Bhagavatam, it is 100% equivalent to personally talking to Krishna. Proper statement. Shloka 40th, the purport. It carries with it all transcendental blessings of Lord Shri Krishna that we can expect from his personal contact. Now, next time I learn, actually I can share you the text. I don't know how to do that. Okay, and then this was the beauty of this shloka, the literary incarnation. Okay. And then we come to the last shloka, 43rd shloka. Who remembers this shloka? Ritu Mataji, did you remember the shlokas?
I can try. Prabhu.
Hey, Arihan,
Hmm?
you know the
I
shloka?
can hear you, Prabhu. I can hear you.
Huh? You know the shloka?
No,
Krishna
I did not remember.
He's chatting, but it's coming face difference. You can hear her? It is coming, I don't know. Krishna Swabha Yeah, we are able to hear you, Ritu Mataji, but there is some phase difference coming. Okay, chalo. We continue. The 43rd shloka, this Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to the world, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness and ignorance in the days of Kali will get light from this Purana. Krishna Sudhama Upagate Dharma Jnana Divisaha Kalo Nashtadisham Esha Puranarko Adunodataha. Okay? The proper star in this purport, one beautiful line. In Kali Yuga, the population is a royal addition of the. We must therefore accept Srimad Bhagavatam as the direct representative of Lord Sri Krishna. When you can see Bhagavatam, you can see Lord Shri Krishna in person. They are identical. Now, these statements are very unique. Hare Krishna, Sudesh. Yeah. You can join now, class. For you. No, it's going on our process. Session is going on. Okay. Now, in the last purport, there was a very nice line. Who has Hare Krishna can read? Hare Krishna has gone now, Shisha?
Is there, is there?
The 44th shloka. You have the book with you? Who can read? Payal Mataji, you have the book with you?
Yes, Prabhu.
Can you read the last shloka, the purport, the first paragraph?
Yes, one can certainly see directly the presence of Lord Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam if one has heard it from a self-realized great soul like Shukadev Goswami. One cannot, however, learn Bhagavatam from a bogus hired reciter whose aim of life is to earn some money out of such recitation and employ the earning in sex indulgence. No one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam who is associated with persons engaged in sex life. That is the secret of learning Bhagavatam. Nor can one learn Bhagavatam from one who interprets the text by his mundane scholarship. One has to learn Bhagavatam from the representative of Shukadev Goswami and no one else if one at all wants to see Lord Krishna in the pages. That is the process and there is no alternative. Shuta Goswami is a bona fide representative of Shukadev Goswami because he wants to present the message which he received from the great learned Brahmana. Shukadev Goswami presented Bhagavatam as he heard it from his great father, and so also Shuta Goswami is presenting Bhagavatam as he had heard it from Shukadev Goswami. Simple hearing is not all. One must realize the text with proper attention. The word Nivishta means that Shuta Goswami drank the juice of Bhagavatam through his ears. That is the real process of receiving Bhagavatam. One should hear with rapt attention from the real person and then he can at once realize the presence of Lord Krishna in every page. The secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, pairing and mating. But somehow or other, if someone hears with rapt attention from the right person at the very beginning, one can assuredly see Lord Shri Krishna in person in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Now you see the proper talks, this, whenever many times students come and they ask this question before exams, now the exam season here, that I can't concentrate. So I tell them, yes, you can concentrate, this is the formula. And they immediately switch off the conversation and there is no shortcut. You tell them, see, you cannot concentrate because your mind is not pure. Your mind is not pure because your activities are not pure. Your activities are not pure because somebody is again trying to jump. So your activities are not pure because your four regulated principles or your eating, sleeping is not pure. They just vanish off. Everybody thinks there is some shortcut formula. Now here we see all the sages at Naimisharanya, they heard Shukadev Goswami, what rapt attention. In fact, we see again and again in the Bhagavatam, they keep thanking Suta Goswami. Such a pleasure it is. So Prabhupada is saying, yes, again, that this is only possible when both are pakka. The speaker should be pakka, that he should be free from, Prabhupada says very clearly, from sex life. He should be free from all, basically material desires. Chief of that is sex life. And the audience should be pure, that genuinely wants to advance in Krishna consciousness. and then the process will work. Just like Srila Prabhupada so gloriously, the process works. There is one more shloka, no, Shisha, from Bhagavatam. It says that just like a young boy and a girl meet together, the child will be there. So similarly, when a speaker and author are correct, message will be there. Who knows the shloka? Hare Krishna, you know the shloka?
No.
It's the famous shloka. Okay, I'll get you that time. Just slipping off. Okay, now another thing to focus for the 8th chapter where we started. There in this chapter, how many incarnations are listed in this chapter? How many incarnations?
22.
22, exactly. Okay, 22nd is one, and the last, it said, the 22nd incarnation is the Kalki, but it is not an exhaustive list because again in second canto, Brahma will give a list. Okay, so there are many incarnations are mentioned here, like Lord Chaitanya, we can say Hayagriva, so many we can see. Hamsa, they are not mentioned here. They are mentioned in other portions of the Bhagavatam. So it is a list of some important incarnations given. And Prabhupada in the purport does something very interesting. He says that Krishna has all the opulences in full, correct? All the 6 opulences Krishna has in full. And he says, he starts dividing all this 22. He puts some of them, actually Krishna says, other 21. They showed opulence of power, like Parashurama and Narasimha. He starts like that. And he says, Vamana and Balarama, beauty. He uses the word beauty. They showed beauty of Krishna. And somebody showed renunciation. Like who showed renunciation? Which is the best example among the 21? Narayan Rishi, correct? Doing tapasya. And he says the Varaha and Vedavyasa, all they have given knowledge. But Krishna does all the work alone together. It was very nice. Lord Rama showed administration. Different ways, everybody showed something. Opulences, but Krishna showed all the 6 opulences. So that is another way we can understand very nicely. And yesterday I was hearing one lecture of Prabhupada. Very beautiful thing Prabhupada says. I don't know if you heard it. Prabhupada says that we have power of thinking. Okay? Krishna has given this power to us. All of us have this power. What is the power Krishna has given? Of thinking. It's our. It doesn't grant it. So Prabhupada is saying, why can't you think about Krishna? What is so difficult? All the time you are thinking so many things. So devotees start protesting, no, Prabhupada, ye yathamam prapadyante. Prabhupada says, shut up. Krishna has given you power to think. Why don't you think about Krishna? Where is it difficult? It's not difficult at all. And Krishna is saying, manamana bhava. That means it is possible. Otherwise, Krishna will not give an instruction, but it is not possible. So this 22 incarnations and the whole Bhagavatam, which is nothing but expansion of the pastimes of this 22 incarnation and some other incarnations, gives us an opportunity to think about Krishna. Okay, so that is, I think. Any other point somebody like to bring? You're already 1 hour up. Any other point? Shisha, we discussed the shloka chapter on Sunday. Any point we forgotten? Hare Krishna, anything to add? No, nothing to add. Who is there? Aryant?
No.
No. Yes, Payal Mataji. Any question was there? Anybody? Ritu Mataji, Payal Mataji, any questions?
Haven't finished the chapter yet.
But I think it's, even Keshav wanted to be recalled. There is no light in his, village. He is in his Kasargod village. There is no light there. So he wanted to be very much part of this. Last Sunday night he was there, Keshava. He did a nice kirtan. Anyway, so what we can think about some other points from this chapter. So now you just look at the sequence. Now this becomes kind of a pressure for us to finish one chapter every week. So within 4 months, we finish the first canto, I hope thoroughly. Okay. And what do you do about first and second chapter? You will remember the shlokas. I sent you the list.
We'll try.
Okay. First chapter, the 3 shlokas are very important. The first 3 shlokas, they give the essence of the Bhagavatam. Keep adding. Okay. The 4th chapter of the Bhagavatam, I have just 1 shloka. So you can, whatever we do is that we will keep adding on previous shlokas. So everybody feels happy about this exercise?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Ritu Mataji, you read something from this chapter you want to share with us?
Yes, Prabhu.
Nothing? No, all beautiful purports of Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhu.
Anything, any point from you? I remember when I was in Bangalore temple, one boy has joined. He's a beautiful devotee. His name is Gaurahari. He was my roommate. And he joined, we gave him the first canto Bhagavatam to read. And he will be reading whole day. And Prabhu, pulse. And he actually still remembers. So he used to be ecstatic just reading this purports. Okay. Now, how do we close this? No questions this time. So next time, everybody is ready to read the 4th chapter. 4th chapter is very important. How Bhagavatam was born. Vedavyasa will sit in depression. Prabhupada makes a beautiful statement in the chapter, in the lecture on that chapter. He said, after writing whole other literature before Bhagavatam, Vedavyasa was in depression. So what's going to be the state of the people who read those books? When the author himself is feeling so vacant, what is going to be about the readers? So anyway, we should thank Prabhupada for giving this beautiful book, Bhagavatam. Okay, we do Kirtan now at the end. Hey, Arihant, can you sing for 1 minute?
Okay, Prabhu.
Yes, just you sing one with your sitar.
No, it's right next.
ठीक है.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,